Well, hello everyone, my name is Prime and welcome back to another episode of ATS Showcases, and today it is also a welcome to 1.43 open beta. Yes, this is actually my genuine first look at 1.43 open beta. All I've done is driven from inside the pickup delivery over here, and we're parked in the road because I can actually do this intro a little bit better, not so crammed. But we are here in the Western Star 49X, and I have got the new dumper trailers attached that are customizable. You can own them, and it does look really good. I love this Western Star in the red, custom metallic red with the chrome, and then I had to do the trailers kind of the same, more or less. Well, actually, it's the same red with the chrome and all the good stuff. It is amazing, the options already in the beta, and even the short little bit where I drove out here, the interior sounds are great as well. But before we check that out, we are here in Jackson, Wyoming, and we're going to be heading over to Riverton, and we are taking some wood shavings, or wood chips. It depends on how you want to say it. I don't know if there's actually a big difference between the two, but hey-ho. So why don't we go ahead and jump inside and listen to the Western Star 49X now. Now, it's kind of hard to tell the difference unless if you have a really keen ear, but why don't I roll down the window here while revving, and I think you'll notice there's not as much of a change now. What I really love about this interior cabin sound mod, we're going to get, or not mod, but we're going to get rolling here so we don't waste so much time. One thing I really do love about this update is the fact that I can hear the engine more. It doesn't muffle it as much. These diesel engines, you still hear. Doesn't matter how much sound insulation they put in these cabs. These trucks are not Rolls-Royce. They are not Rolls-Royce vehicles. They do make noise, and you hear it. Obviously, when I go like that, it's kind of hard because you can't really hear it when it's on the exterior view. But I love the fact that I can actually hear the truck more, and it's not necessarily a muffled. It's just a slightly dampened sound, which I am in love, I just have to say that. And of course, I'm always been a fanboy here of the Western Star 49X. For those who've been around for a while, ever since it was introduced, it is, I think, I can pretty much say it is my favorite. The W900 and the International LT is definitely there as well, along with the Freightliner Cascadia. I have a lot of favorites, okay? I'm not great at making decisions on this stuff. But yeah, when I started up, I was like, do I have a window open? And then I well, even though I'm doing this only just slightly after recording the Prime News on the 1.43 beta, so I am genuinely fresh to this. So I guess that's the other thing. It is beta, so if you see any form of bugs and stuff like that, obviously there's a section on the SES Software forums. You can report stuff if you so choose to, but keep that in mind when you're doing stuff. The names of the dumper trailers are just kind of codes right now. It does say dumper. Oh, that was weird. It does say dumper, so don't worry when you're in the trailer store, but it's got underscores and a whole whack of stuff, just like most of the new trailers whenever they're implemented into ATS and ETS2 as well. But 1.43, can you believe it? I do, if my memory serves me correctly, I believe I started doing Prime News episodes on 1.37 when that was coming in. We are quite a ways away from that now. It is amazing how far SES software has developed ATS and ETS2 respectively, and my word, it's nice to have some 1.43 news. And surprisingly, we didn't actually know about this unless if there's maybe some leaks. I don't know. I don't really keep up with any form of the potential leak stuff. I just go for the confirmed stuff on the blog post. For those who maybe if you're new here, my Prime News is the whole reason why I do it, and the reason why I started it is because I'm not a huge fan of speculation. The closest thing, or the closest videos I have posted on my channel when it comes to speculation are the what's coming next after, but I don't do that as a form of this is what is coming. It's, well, you can see the videos. It's a place for you guys to share your opinion, and it's a place for me to kind of go over Google Maps and share what I think. But obviously, I emphasize in those videos that I don't know anything when it comes to what's coming next other than what SES Software confirms. So yeah, but man, I'm gonna have to get used to this like slightly higher volume in the cab. It feels more realistic though, because it feels like I've actually got a 600 horsepower engine, which I have in this truck because I decided to go the ultimate Western Star 49X like I do in most of my videos. It actually feels like I have a 600 horsepower engine sitting in front of me, just behind the dash. Not even the road noise. Like it's not necessarily like it's the exterior volume, obviously, and it's obviously not finished. Keep that in mind. Again, this is beta, so there's gonna be probably some tweaks. But in general, I am absolutely loving this new sound, and let alone the trailer. The trailers are phenomenal. It's nice to have these dumper trailers. I mean, that just looks so good. So good indeed. I am loving this. Any of the new ownable trailers, any of the new updates like this, especially sound, it's such an important part of the simulation, and it makes it so much more realistic to have some different interior sounds, and for that matter, a better balanced interior sound. And what the blog post said, and this is, I guess, my interpretation of it, is that the various trucks may have different volume levels as well, depending on the insulation values, because the audio engineers at SES Software have been working on, representing what the actual interior of these different trucks sound like. So I guess that's also kind of an interesting thing for those of us like me, who've never driven transports and never actually been able to, I've never been fortunate enough to be in a transport while it's running, and I don't really know what it's like volume wise in these trucks. Videos that you see online can only tell so much because it depends on the microphone, depends on the camera, depends on the situation, but it just feels more realistic to actually have more of an engine around me, basically, or I guess in front of me, and more noise in the cab. Because like I was saying at the beginning, these trucks aren't Rolls-Royce. They're not absolutely silent. They don't have like 8 inches, what you feel like, of sound insulation around everything. So yeah, it's just it's incredible. Maybe it's a little higher than what it should be. Who knows? I don't know. But I'd love to know from you guys. But overall, I just feel like it's a really big impact on the simulation side of things, especially for the immersiveness. And when it comes to the text fonts, I actually slightly noticed it on when I was doing some of the startup. Now it's kind of hard. You may not really see it too often, but for example, on some of the signs, you'll be able to see it a lot more. Because anything when it comes to texts and fonts and words or numbers, doesn't matter, they scale properly, which I'm even seeing already better on the road signs as well. That's just for me, may be hard to come through on a video as well. I don't know. But in general, I am definitely enjoying this full tilt. I don't know what I was going to say there. I completely lost what I was going to say for that, my final kind of descriptive word, but tilt it is. But I don't know. When I was configuring this truck, like literally maybe 10 minutes ago now, I saw the red and I was like, you know what? I've done it so many times. I actually made it a little bit darker. I did the custom metallic, obviously. I like the reds, but I think it just works so well on this truck. It really does. It just makes it look, it's so aggressive looking, but it's so clean with the chrome. It just works so well. Yeah, I don't know. If I were to ever get a Western Star for some reason in real life, this is what it would be. Chrome with red, and it'd be this slightly darker metallic red, not so like cherry. Well, actually, I guess this could pass as cherry. I don't know, just the kind of stock red, and the other one is just kind of a more brighter red. I don't know, I guess it's kind of what it is in real life, but I like the slightly, and I'm not talking like burgundy, but just touch it down a little bit, put a little bit of extra black or whatever darker color that you put in paint to make it darker. I don't know, I'm not an expert on that stuff. Just add a little bit more, so then it's just not so popping, I guess you could say. But yeah, no, this 1.43 update, I am excited. And I guess the other thing that leads into, and I don't know, maybe when you guys are seeing this, because honestly, I have no idea what day this is going to go up. Depends on how fast I can get it edited and uploaded. And of course, when depending on how long YouTube decides to render it, because, yeah. That's a whole other rant on a different side. I guess this also leads into the interior cabin audio update, I guess what they call it. I would imagine this is coming for ATS 2 as well. 1.43, of course, we know the viewpoints and stuff on the ATS 2 side, but nothing has been said, well, at least as of recording this, again, probably tomorrow or Friday, for my sake. It probably is, it probably, they're going to do a blog post about it. I don't know. If there's no blog posts, then this is awkward. But if there is, I'm a genius, I guess. But I'm going to assume that the 1.43 open beta for ATS 2 will launch within the next day or two or so. I don't know. Just off of past experiences with it. Obviously, 1.42 they released at the exact same time for both. But saying that, it was a little bit smaller in the sense of what features it brought. 1.43, it seems like the beta is going to be a longer period by the looks of it, because they're going to be also introducing some more features that weren't included in the blog post and that we still don't really know about, especially for ATS. So it seems like they're keeping 1.43 a little bit more separate between the two games. I got to probably a little bit more brake here. I was going to just engine brake it, but turns out we are turning a little bit earlier than I thought. Car, you're okay? You just stopped for me? Thanks, lad. Ooh, that was loud. Horns actually, even, like, I don't know. It's like I can tell the difference between the inside and outside, that's for sure. It's just, it's so weird. And then it goes silent when they go exterior because I'm so far away with the back of the trailers. I don't know, my friends. It's just, it's so good to be true, I think. SES Software, if you're watching this, or any of you, or any of the employees, wonderful job, my friends. Wonderful job. Again, delivering. I haven't actually seen any bugs, unless if I'm listening to one and I don't know about it. But if you don't know about it, then is it really a bug or just something that makes it unique? Think about that one. But yeah. I actually haven't been on, like, little side note, I haven't been on this road here in Wyoming. Or maybe I have. The road I just came down, I wasn't. That's what it is. I've been on this section, so I'm lying. Okay, forget what I'm saying. That was a nice road, by the way. Great job, SES Software. That's whatever I want to ramble and say and do. Who knows what. You guys are awesome. Thank you for bringing this for free. Keep in mind, all this stuff is still continually free. Other than the DLCs and the map, like the map expansions and the various DLCs, but these updates just keep rolling out in bringing new content. Of course they do little like performance tweaks and stuff in the updates. That's standard for every game, but it's the fact that it's new content, and I think that's something that unfortunately a lot of game developers struggle to do. Simply, they put out a game and they'll make you pay for every DLC or every single new piece of content. They put it in a DLC, and that's it. You pay for it, and if you get it, you get it. If you don't, so what? I love the fact that SES Software for both ATS2 and ATS put out new, in some cases, well, and actually a lot of cases, major pieces of content. Major fundamental changes. For example, was even when it came to DX, was it 12 or whatever on now? I don't know. Or 11? I don't know. When they did that, the F mod for the sounds, the new lighting was massive for when it came to actually seeing it. The new trucks, the new trailers, the whole lot. The fact that they actually put all that time, all that effort into something that they're putting out to the players that are free. Honestly, probably one of the smartest gaming tactics for when it comes to sales and relations, like marketing wise. Probably the smartest tactic for relations with your players and your users, basically, I think I've ever seen in a game. I don't know, that's just me. I know I've heard people say it before about them. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy. Don't know how they make it work. but they're doing a great job. So thank you, SES Software. I think I can say that on behalf of a lot of the SES or the ATS and ETSU community, especially here, especially for me. I'm always shocked about what you guys bring for free. So thank you, and I think a lot of you guys, a lot of fellow ATS and ETS2 players can agree with me on that one. I like not having to pay for things. I think it's like everyone. Why spend money on a game once and then every few months or more have to pay even more? There's a lot of games like that. I'm not going to shout any out, but I think you know which ones they are. But moving on about that one, looks like we're getting closer. This Western Star is just demolishing this load, saying that it's really not a challenging one for it. I think it's only like 13,000 pounds. A little overkill, I think, on the trailers, considering the amount of wheels we got. But hey-ho, we went with it. I didn't know what the weight was going to be when I configured the truck. I just wanted the ultimate because why not? So yeah, that's what I did, and it looks sharp. I'm a fan. The white covers on top just looks so good. So good indeed. So we need to slow down here. A little engine brake time. Oh, you can actually hear more of the details on the engine brake. That's interesting. Cool. Yeah, I am a fan of this new engine. This new engine interior, no, not engine, but interior sound update thing. I am a very big fan of that, I have to say. Obviously love the trailer, not saying anything against that, but this is a whole other level here. We dropping off wood chips to a farm? Bushnell. Well, I guess that makes, or wood shavings, it makes sense for like if there's cattle and stuff, or any form of livestock, they need to have some form of bedding. I guess it makes sense. I thought there was a little weird. Where am I parking? Appears like it's over here in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Oh man, force feedback is interesting. I can barely see the spot, but hey ho. So let's pull in here and call her good. Jam on the brakes. Oh, overshot it. Well, that's fine. Who cares? Oops, that's the wrong button. I wanted to hit F3. Come on, Prime. Get your fingers in line. But thank you guys so much for watching. What an update. I love 1.43 already. And who knows what's still to come. Maybe you guys know. Maybe they've put out another Prime News since recording this. I don't know. But honestly, 1.43 is set to be an amazing update if this is the first section of the open beta. I mean, gee whiz. ATS is in for a little bit of a shock here with this update, but definitely a positive one. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.